Welcome back. Selena and I are here to share some powers of numbers work with you. I know that we've been talking about expanded power notation, but in the last video I showed you how to write in the powers of 10 notation and powers notation using the decimal system, and it was pretty cool. I'm just going to do a quick review of what it looks like written, and you'll see a picture of my journal in your assignment. So what we looked at was when we had a unit, it was 10 to the 0 power because it had no zeros. When we had the 10 was written as 10 to the first power. It had 1 0. That's not what it means. It doesn't mean it has 1 0. It just means it's 10 in one direction. And remember, the unit was our tiny little unit cube, and the 10 was 10 unit cubes all in a row. Oh, it's not quite right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's not perfect, but you know what I mean. It's the 10 stick. And then when we looked at the 100 was 10 squared, and the 10 square was the 10 square with 10 of those laid out together. That's not 10 again.
We'll pretend it's 10.
Yeah, it's hard to draw. I know, it doesn't look great. Okay,
It's 10.
so when we would talk about the notation, the unit is 10 to the 0 power, the 10 is 10 to the first, the 100 is 10 to the second, and so on. And you can check your work by looking at how many zeros are in the number you're talking about, and you can check what place you're in. So there's 2 zeros or 2 places we're not talking about, so it's a 10 squared. Okay, so we're going to write some numbers, and we're going to use powers notation, not expanded power notation, but we're going to look at powers notation. So here we have this. I'm going to do the number 200, and 200 is equal to 2 times 10 in what place? What place value is this? It's not the unit, it's not the 10, it's the 100. So this is 10 squared, because 10 squared is the hundredths place. So this, if we expand this out into powers notation, not expanded notation, because in expanded notation, we would have written it like this, 2 times 100. 10 squared is 100, but that's not how we're going to write it anymore. We're now going to write it just like this. So now let's look at another number. Let's look at 8,000. 8,000 is equal to 8 times 10 to, in what position? Sorry, not the unit, not the 10, not the 100.
The 3.
Yeah, the cubed power or the third power, like that. And if we were writing it in our old form, we would say 8 times 1,000, like that. Okay, we can find, this is an easy way of finding just single numbers when we look at just the 200 and just 8,000. But we could look at this just like with expanded power and look at look at many numbers. So what if I had 230? So we're going to start with our largest category. So we have a 2. 2, and it's in the 100 position. We already know that's 10 squared. We have to add it to a 3, which is in the tens place, which is a 10 to the first power. So the way we solve this is 2 times 10 to the second power plus 3 times 10 to the first power.
Wouldn't we put these in parentheses?
We don't need to because order of operations says we multiply first, but we could. We could put those there. You don't need them with this powers notation. Well, yes, you do. Yes, thank you for reminding me. Okay, let's do a bigger number. Let's do 4,386. I'm running out of room a little bit here. Let's do this.
By numbers.
Okay, so we're starting with the 4,000. So we start at the biggest category. I'm going to write it down below so we have enough room. 4 times 10, and we're in the thousands place. We have 1, 2, 3 places we're not counting, so 10 to the third. Plus 3 times 10, and we're in the hundreds place, so it's 10 to the second power, not this or this. Okay, now we're looking at the 8, and it's 8 times 10, what position are we in?
First.
We're in the 10 position, so
yeah.
it's 10 to the first. Plus 6 times 10, ooh, we're in the units, we have no zeros, 10 to the 0 power. And we can solve this. 3 times 10 squared is, oh, sorry, I gotta start over here. 4 times 10 cubed is 4,000. Plus 3 times 10 squared, 300. Plus 8 times 10, 80. Plus 6 times 1, 6. We did it. So for your follow-up, I would like you to write some numbers using powers notation, just like we just did. And then I want you to do a little bit of adding and subtracting like we did last time. So I'm going to write a couple numbers, and I'm going to show you how to write them out as expanded into powers notation. And then I would like you to do a couple addition and a couple subtraction on your own. Okay. I shouldn't have erased my 4, 2, 3, 6. Okay, so we have 4,236. 4 times 10 to the third power plus 2 times 10 to the second power plus 3 times 10 to the first power plus 6 times 10 to the 0 power. Whoa, it's big. It's big. To the 0 power. There it is. Okay, and then we're going to add to that 1,509. So we want to make sure we line up all of our units. So we're going to start with our thousands here. 1 times 10 to the third plus 5 times 10 to the second plus, 0 tens to the first power plus 9 10 to the 0 power. Okay, let's add this up. What's 6 plus 9?
15.
So we have 15 times 10 to the 0 power. What is 15 times a unit? 15 times 1?
15.
Okay. What is 3 plus 0?
3.
3 times 10 to the first?
30.
30. Now let's add this. 5 plus 2?
Is 7.
7 times 2 to the second power. 7 times 100.
700.
Okay, now we got our last one here. 4 plus 1?
Or 5.
5 times 10 to the third?
5,000.
5,000. So we have 5,730. Oh, plus 15. We got to add these together. So our unit, we have 5 units, and then we have a 1 10 and 3 10s. 700 and 5,000. So let's check our work. 9 plus 6 is 15. 3 plus 1 is 4. 5 plus 2 is 7. And 4 plus 1 is 5. Did we do it right? Ta-da! Usually I have my magic fingers up, but you couldn't see them. So that's how we add. I know that it probably felt like that was really fast, but you just have to practice writing expanding out your numbers using powers notation. And as you get more comfortable with that, you'll see that when we have 2 times 10 squared, that's just 2 times 100 or 200, and so on down the line. And so it'll get easier and easier. I recommend for you that you do addition of 2-digit numbers for your follow-up. So like 36 plus 15 or 99 plus 88. I know you guys like big numbers. But you can add any numbers. I recommend starting with double digit. And if you want to go on to triple or quadruple digits, that's fine too. Try some addition. So I want you to expand out numbers in powers notation. I want you to do at least 5 numbers that you've expanded out. And then I want you to do at least 5 addition problems. So you're going to write 5 numbers out long, and then you're going to do 5 addition problems, double digit or larger if you would like to. I can't wait to see you and see your follow-up. Have a great day.